I've tended to identify Charlie Parker as the catalyst for the jazz which most resonates with myself. If someone asks me if I like jazz, the honest answer to that question is yes, but the post Charlie Parker revolution in particular. I enjoy the swing slash big band era to an extent, although I'm much more into the bebop moment onwards, a change popularized by the great Charlie Parker. Parker's contribution to music theory is immense. Let me read out Parker's description of one fateful date in December 1939. I was jamming in a chilly house on 7th Avenue between 139th and 140th. Now I'd been getting bored of the stereotype changes that were being used all the time at the time, and I kept thinking there's bound to be something else. I could hear it sometimes, but I couldn't play it. Well, that night I was working over at Cherokee, and as I did, I found that by using the higher intervals of a chord as a melody line and backing them with appropriately related changes, I could play the thing I'd been hearing. I came alive. He realized that the 12 semitones of the chromatic scale can lead melodically to any key. Parker could add a lot of notes into a melody, but always end on notes that sounded melodically correct. I'm unable to explain this as well as one who understands music theory better than I, so perhaps look into this further if I'm not making any sense. It is somewhat difficult for me to understand and explain precisely as it is. I love Charlie Parker's recorded output. So many rich emotions. Those dial recordings, 201, 237, make for evocative mornings every time. I actually have a Charlie Parker record staring at me from behind my computer. The vinyl itself is warped and doesn't work, so I was given it as a decoration, essentially, and I don't collect records, so that's all they're good for in my home. Today, obviously, I'll be quickly promoting Clint Eastwood's 1988 feature Bird, a biopic of Charlie Parker. Plausibly the finest film Eastwood ever directed, Bird is a beautiful film, expertly staged, powerfully performed, emotionally gripping. One of the great justifications of the art form, a brilliant biopic of Charlie Parker. Exceptional. I'll link in the description a brilliant article by Noel Oakeshott about Clint Eastwood's directorial output, a very strong piece in my opinion. I'm tempted to think of this film as being potentially adjacent to a masterpiece, and it wouldn't be the only film Eastwood directed to accomplish this. Take The Outlaw Josie Wales, an exemplary film, and one which I didn't do any justice to at all. There were a great many biopics released during the 1980s, a trend which continued well into the present day, and of the many adored titles released throughout the 80s, along with Richard Attenborough's Gandhi, Clint Eastwood's Bird may very well be my favourite of these. If you admire Charlie Parker, you will love this film. If you like quality cinema, you will want to see this. I very much recommend Bird to anyone who has not seen it. It deserves to be viewed by as many as possible. The story of Charlie Parker, his contributions to human art must always be remembered. And anyway, I hope everyone is well, and if not, I wish I could magic wand it better for you all. Try listening to Charlie Parker's music, or watch Bird. It might cheer your dour mood, maybe.